As I reviewed chapters 8 and 9, one idea that I constantly had in my mind was shared through the view of Dr. Christy Ford, who shared that as humans we're created to be relational, meaning that we're created with an inclination to relate, to socialize, to have an attachment, emotional attachment to others, and first to God, as she stated, and then to humans. That is a responsibility and a call that we as human has. Chapter A that speaks about the authentic counseling relationship touches points on how the relationship, in order to be effective, need to be founded in principles such as empathy, love, compassion, and other many core values that a counselor must have and put to practice. Chapter 9 talks about the specific skills needed to become to make a counseling session effective, which are mainly also founded on love, on understanding, and on empathy towards the client. One thing that I saw and realized was that Christy Ford and Dr. Stacy Lilly were both very tuned, very aligned with the views they share. Um, one emphasizing that what matter most about the counseling relationship and the skills that we apply in counseling is not about what we can bring to the session, but rather how can we uh, engage actively in listening to the client's need. What matter most is not what questions we can formulate, but instead how can we can be present at the moment of counseling others, at the moment of caring for others, caring for clients. Opposing to that view was my concern that I always saw counseling mainly as a platform where I have to bring knowledge. I have to bring a prior set of skills that relate and that shows my performance and that improve my performance. And therefore, I was always concerned in that aspect of my ability to perform accurately and in a good manner as a counselor. Um, Now, as I read this chapter, it helped me understand and broaden my perspective of the counselor role. That is not only relying on my skills, even though that is a good and important aspect of a counselor to be knowledgeable in skills of what the counseling process implies. However, it goes beyond that to emphasizing a internal willingness from the counselor, from the professional, to be present, to be there, to participate, and to support in the process of counseling. That is what brings healings. That is what brings uh, love, and that is what brings an effective counseling session. As Carl Roger Posset, he emphasized three main aspects of the counseling session, which is warmth, genuineness, and empathy. These these points shared by Roger both emphasizes that a counselor needs to have that platform, that foundation of trust, of loving care, of compassionate service to others. Uh, so, to build a strong rapport in session, the foundation of the counseling session needs to be even stronger and based in a loving approach. Parting from these points, from this viewpoint, one of the skills that mostly reflected in chapters 8 and chapters 9 are empathetic care that transcends beyond a visible and measurable skill. What I mean by this is that love and empathy are more meaningful to the counseling profession. Thirdly, the theoretical approach is focused on a client-centered and humanistic approach. And lastly, one question that I will ask: what is the biggest challenge that they faces on a day-to-day basis in as counselors? Ultimately, I would like to end this by citing a statement by in the research of Bennett, Bettinos and others, who stated that the perception the client has on the counseling process and the therapeutic process uh, influences how and what outcomes the sessions will have.